Hello friends, welcome to AEMS online classes. Today we are going to learn Geography's class 8th lesson number 1, local time and standard time. So in this lesson we are going to discuss about the measurement of time. Measurement of time in olden days and measurement of time in modern days. Then we are going to learn about the local time, its meaning and its use. Afterwards, the standard time. We are going to learn about the standard time, its meaning, its importance, Indian Standard Time and Universal Standard Time, that is GMT. We are going to discuss in this topic about these points. Now, we'll do daily activities like brushing our teeth, taking a bath, having a breakfast, going to school, returning home from school, then going for playground. Then after playing, we'll return to home and we'll have our dinner. After dinner, we'll brush our teeth and go to sleep. So considering our daily activities, we need to decide the time for all our activities. So in olden days, people used to take the help of various tools and also depend on various natural events. To measure the time, people used to take a use of various tools. Even the natural events used to tell lots of things about the time. On the basis of observation and experience, they divided the day into following parts. So, they divided the day into following parts, that is a day, daytime, nighttime. Daytime, nighttime and day. So we'll have look to what is meant by daytime, what is meant by nighttime and a day. Daytime means from sunrise to sunset, it is known as daytime. Nighttime means from sunset to next sunrise, it is known as nighttime. And day means a whole day. Duration from sunrise to next sunrise, it's said as a day. Now, earlier natural events and instruments like Ghatika Patra, it is shown in the picture. Then the sand timers etc. were used to tell the time. Now we know that Earth takes 24 hours, that is one day, to complete one rotation. Right? We know that the Earth takes 24 hours, that is one day, to complete one rotation. We consider the direction where the sun rises to be the east. We know that the sun rises from the east and sets in the west. Thus, where the sun rises to be east, thus the earth rotates from the west to east. Actually, the earth rotates from west to east. As a result, we experience sunrise, noon, sunset and midnight. So, due to the rotation of the sun, we experience the sunrise, noon, sunset and midnight. During rotation, the longitudes in the western part faces the earth gradually. So we know that 360 longitudes are there. From that, 180 longitudes faces the sun, which experience the daytime, and remaining half side of the 180 longitudes, they are towards the eastern side, that is in the darkness. The longitudes which faces the sun experience the sunrise, while on the other hand, one in the darkness experience sunset. Right? You can see the longitudes, darkness and sunlight. in the slide, where the sunlight it is there, it is experienced as a daytime, and where the darkness is there, it is nighttime or sunset, you can say. Okay. While traveling in a bus, we often see trees, electric poles, buildings, etc. outside the window. They appears to be moving in the opposite direction, right? So when you are traveling from the bus or the train, you will feel that the electric pole, buildings, they are going backside or backward when you will observe from the window of the bus or train. Actually, they are in stationary and our bus is moving forward. Actually, what happens? The buildings, electric poles, trees, they are fixed. They are in stationary position. But our bus, it is moving forward. Similarly, because of a rotation of earth, our earth rotates around itself. We feel that the sun is changing its position from east to west. So that's why we feel that the sun, it is changing its position from east to west. Actually, our earth, it's rotating. Okay, got it now? This motion is known as apparent motion or apparent movement. So one slide is shown with the help of shadows. Even in your textbook also it is there, to perform an activity with the help of a cocoa pole. So perform this activity in the cocoa ground on the bright sunny day. Consider the following points. Choose one pole on the ground that stays under sun for the whole day. For this activity, observe the direction in which the shadows of the poles falls at different times on the day. So full day you should observe, and how the shadows fall of the pole on the ground, how they changes, that you should observe and you should note. Measure the shadow and record in your notebook. So length of shadows you should measure for 1 hour. You can measure, and you should note in your notebook. Where is the sun located in the sky when the shadow is very shortest? So they are asking that. You can tell the time also. So it is at 12 p.m. in the noon when the shadow is shortest. So next question, you can give the answer easily observing the figure from textbook page number 1. Let us move to the further part of the lesson. Our local time we will move. So from that this activity we have observed, or the observation will be done that the shadow in the early morning and evening it will be longest, and in the noon time it will be shortest, because of the change in the apparent location of the sun in the sky. So you can see the structure of, or the image of sun also, it is given from east to west. As you know that the sun rises in the east, but it is the apparent motion of the sun. So as the sun moves in the horizon, we can see the changing length of shadows on the ground. This is because a specific part of the earth faces the sun during the rotation and moves forward. So why this is seen? Because of the only specific part of the earth faces the sun while rotating. Specific longitudes or the part faces the sun. Now you can see in this figure, so how the light blue color is there and dark blue color is there. Where the sunrise falls, there the daytime will be there, and where the sun sets or the darkness it is there, it will be the night time. Okay, so We also experience that it is cooler in the morning and evening it is warmer. Okay, evening and afternoon it will be warmer. So as soon as the sun starts moving up in the sky after sunrise, the length of shadow reduces. So in this slide you can see as the sun moves from east to horizon, the length of shadow goes on decreasing. The length of shadow is shortest at noon. As the sun moves towards the horizon in the afternoon, the length of shadow increases again by evening. So there again in the evening the shadow increases. The noon time is the same at any given longitude. So you know longitudes are there. So at any longitude this noon time will be same. So the noon time is the same at given longitude across the earth from the north pole to south pole. The time of place as decided by the location of sun in the sky is known as a local time. So here local time, see, the time at particular place with reference to the overhead position of the sun.